Today we're going to make a closet organizer. I'm making this closet organizer out of a single sheet of 3/4 inch thick plywood. I had the nice guys at Home Depot cut the plywood into 3 strips. This makes it easier to transport and saves you a little bit of time in cutting. I'm going to use my circular saw to cut the pieces to the appropriate lengths. When it comes to cutting 2x4s, I need to adjust the blade of my circular saw so that it cuts a little bit deeper. The circular saw that I use has a laser on it, which makes it nice and easy for following along the lines that I drew with a pencil. An extra large speed square is a great tool for reducing the amount of time it takes to measure and draw perpendicular lines. I'm going to use 1 5/8 of an inch finish screws to assemble this project. I'll be posting drawings on my website so that you can get the exact same measurements that I used. This is a pretty easy project to assemble. I'm just using the little 2x4 blocks to provide support to the thinner pieces of plywood. I used a medium grit sanding sponge to sand down the edges of all the plywood. An Orbital sander would work well and save you a little bit of time. I bought a 12-inch by 48-inch mirror from Home Depot. Luckily, it came with hardware, so I could just use this hardware to install it onto the face of the plywood. Now, this shelf and mirror combination could work by itself as a little mini dressing station, but I wanted to add a rod to it so I could use it for hanging clothes as well. I'm going to use a 3-foot long piece of iron pipe with 2 flanges to make the rod. I didn't have anyone here to help me, so I used some duct tape and some scrap pieces of plywood to make a stand that would hold the rod in place while I screwed it in. You can customize this station by adding all sorts of different hooks and hardware to the plywood. You can also switch out the pipe with either a longer or shorter piece so that you can either increase or decrease the amount of hanging clothes space that you have. I added a few small hooks right near the mirror to hang things like earbuds and sunglasses. There's enough plywood and 2x4 left over so that you could add an additional shelf underneath the bar as well. For more detailed instructions, check out my website, and if you want to see what I'm working on next, be sure to follow me on Instagram. If you want to learn more about the power tools that I use, click on the links to go to the Tools 101 series by RYOBI. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thanks, bye.